Hi, Wolfu. Congrats on second. How are you? It's alright. That's good. Glad it's alright. But we are doing some late Final Fantasy because I kind of passed out after overtime work today. It's been exhausting, to say the least. So, I don't know how late we'll go today. I want to go at least a decent length stream, though, so... We're going to be making some tea before we get going, though. It is, yeah. I'm gonna try something different with my tea today. There's a little bit of second one in with my normal stuff. I hope that it tastes good. I don't know how this will taste. I hope it tastes good, though. timer. Gotta pull that up. Okie doke. Tea has started brewing. Let us get into the game. If I hit the right screen button, that would be nice. It would probably help a little bit if I went to the right screen. Can you? Oh, I can move this. Huh. Not sure what the point of moving it on this screen is. Well, now you want? I want to look at my. I want to look at the character on the loading screen. Sure. Oh, she sent out some voyages earlier. Never seen those. Oh, there it goes. We're gonna go do this first. No, actually, because I don't know where this is gonna send me, so. Whatever. Fancy horse. Time to be sneaky. Do 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 do. Well, what have you been up to today, Wolfu? Anything good? Just ARAMs? Ah. Hopefully nothing too toxic today. He's almost done. Oh, there it is. T. Okay, that should be good for that. Bit of this. Yes. One though. I probably make my tea a little bit sweeter than I need to, but hey, it works. Hi, Saucy. How are you? Hi, Time. Thank you for the care package. Not toxic, that's good. Anything, brave adventurer. Finally, I can enjoy a bath without the smell of raw dragonfish assaulting my senses. Say, a dip in the waters might serve to freshen you up as well, Kupo. Doing good, just one of the mini computer parts. Nice. Congrats. You got hooked playing Vampire Survivors. Oh wait, Saucy, you never actually gave me, like, a response to my last DM to you, by the way. I've just kind of been assuming yes at this point, but... I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you? If not, Alphino is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Yeah, that one. No, you never sent me a response. At least not that I'm aware of. Nope. Nothing on my end. Yeah. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith. And I believe the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Okay. I just wanted to check. Like I didn't want to put you in a position you weren't okay with being in. Yeah, so it's the same thing I say to all of my mods. I'm not big enough to need you as often as like Pluto or anything, but since you're here and everything like that, and I'd already kind of given it to you anyways, and I trust you enough and whatnot, I thought I might as well just ask. I'd been trying not to ask you, honestly, because like I know you have so many other responsibilities, but as long as you're okay with it. Of course, Saucy. If you are ever not a mod, you're just going back to VIP. You're not losing that. Unless you do something like absolutely reprehensible that's gonna get somebody in trouble. But that would have the same response from me as to anybody. Elfno Malty, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. It's we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kuplokap, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood. We are exceedingly glad that you did. It is my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. It is our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Grace Felger awaits. Warrior of Light. Pray attend closely to your companion, Thuristinian. Beneath that social facade, storm of anguish seethes unseen. Yeah, I already don't trust him, but I appreciate the warning. I'm expecting him to betray us as soon as we meet Hraesvelgr. I was expecting him to betray us in the last dungeon. Well, I keep forgetting. I'm starting to die. So we're bringing out Chocobo. You said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo. We are indeed ready to go. As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing. I really need better armor. Like, I'm still wearing my level 50 stuff that you just buy with the tomestones. I feel like I shouldn't still be wearing this. You aren't thinking of heading towards Asa, are you? Just watch yourself if you are. Archaeosaurs stalk the road looking for an easy meal. Only someone could drive them away. Oh, you seem the type for dragon hunting. Why don't you slay 3 of the Archaeosaurs and open the road back up for Moogle traffic? Once the deed is done, let Mogmont and Asa know. Oh, that one's nice. That's just on the way. Cool. I'm okay with that. Like, one of my friends is doing one of the new raids, possibly, in this game. In Final Fantasy. There you go. Yeah, I have a friend's stream up in the background. They were actually the leader of the first FC I was part of, and it looks like they're setting up for a alliance raid with their stream team. I don't know which one yet, though. I'm assuming it's one of the new ones. They did a minimum item level raid the other day when I raided into them. I know. Oh yeah, Saucy, did I ask you about that? Would you be interested in doing a minimum item level Crystal Tower raid at some point? I don't remember if I asked you or not. That's why my friend wants to do it. Is because nobody does it anymore. She wants to relive the old days, and she wants to give new players like me a chance to do it the way it was intended to. It's like, I did it. I certainly went through it, but it's definitely not the way it was intended. I think you're one of the people I went through Crystal Tower with, weren't you? As for me, it's normally the time and stuff I have to do. Knowing myself, I wouldn't be able to make it. That's fair enough. It's no pressure or anything. I'm asking. I posted in my Discord. And I'm just asking anybody who I think might have an interest. It's up to my friend in the end, of course, but I'm still gonna throw it out there to anybody I think might have an interest. But yeah, you know how it was when we went through. Everybody just kind of nuked their way through. There was no there was no strategy required for that raid. Yeah, exactly. Because it's a level 50 raid, and everybody's using level 100 level stuff. I mean, I think it was level 90 at the time I was doing it, but still. Like, even if your level gets down to 50, your item level doesn't. That someone from below? How do you get past the archaeosaurs infesting the road? What? Oh, does he ask you to slay them for him? Just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. Barely been able to venture outside of us for fear of being attacked. But thanks to you, the roads are just a little safer. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece. Wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Ah, there's some new armor. That's what I need. May have a small problem. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Up there. I know it is. The aether current has to be up here. I don't know how to get up there, though. Can I go around this way? It's probably from a further quest. Probably, but I'm the guy who doesn't care. You are a fucky looking dragon. Oh, here we go. This lets me up. Northwest. We'll see if I can get it to it from up here. It's not up here, but nope. Okay, so I guess it wasn't up here. Still around back. I got a look of disappointment from Bastion the other day for this, by the way. because I'm using a level 100 gathering class with stealth on to go places without any effort. I know. I feel like it probably is, but the thing is that I'm level 100 in a level 50 area. And you know how Bastion is. He wants to just fight everything. Ah, okay, it's up there. Oh, I bet this is where I'm supposed to be ending up, because this is the zenith they were talking about. Yeah, I'm here earlier. I would have ended up here anyways. Oh well, don't care. I'm here now. I hear it. I heard it. Just green oxygen. You're right. Travel Aether Currents? Yep, and I'm just missing the 3 quest ones now. Oh. I mean, I accidentally hit the enter key. Do you do crafting, Saucy? I actually don't know. I don't think I've ever seen you with the crafting class on. Crafting, though you're on Shadowbringer's level of crafting? Ah, okay. So you don't put a lot into it. Fair enough. Expensive materials, yeah. Well, the way I plan to use crafting mostly is to make me money. So I'll be crafting stuff that sells. And I'll be getting the materials myself. Ah, that makes sense too. We should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, might as well make ourselves comfortable. And we must interrupt our journey so close to its end. Close to this place is as good as any. Mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well, then. I believe a campfire is in order. Keep the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Kurthus. Clear our minds? Tis Master Elfino whose mind needs clearing. Thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. You see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Malty, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. I don't trust you at all. You are an asshole. Nothing to see here, guys. Just a fisherman casually strolling through the Dragonlands. Nothing to see. Chocobo. Nope, still no more SP. Does the experience food affect the chocobo too? I kind of doubt it. You know my chocobo's maxed out, so you can't completely check. Yeah. Like, it just says EXP plus 3%. It doesn't say anything about the chocobo, though. So, I don't know. I love the healer chocobo, though. Can you put... Like, can you max one out and will you still have some left over? Or, like, if you max out healer, is that all you get? What is the maximum rank of a chocobo? I think it's 20 less you checked when you maxed yours out. Okay, so I could get at least 2 of them maxed out without anything extra. Which is all I want. I don't care about the DPS chocobo. My chocobo is just there for support. So, tanking and healing. Theo is right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Elfino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. By the time you get the chocobo to level 20, you'll... Oh, okay. Wait, so what are the onions for? I'm very confused now. Oh. I haven't fed any onions, though. Mine's rank 5. Ah, few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. I think I'm misunderstanding you in some way, but I don't know what. Ah, so speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. It's well you instructed me so patiently, then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to assail with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charleyan dignitary, and alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the stadium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings that hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never question that which they have been taught to believe? It was only upon meeting Grace Velger that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth had driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny. But I'd rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Elfino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny the man and dragon once lived in peace? God, I hate the default Mikote set. I hate this so much. Read what the onions are for online. Once the chocobo hits level 10, you need an onion to rank it. Okay. Understood. But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. Make me ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests upon me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Justinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Race Velger of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Okay, you'll know when to feed your chocobo an onion when you check its stats. Yeah, I figured as much. I was expecting it to give a tutorial thing. This game loves its tutorials. Except for raid markers, which weren't a thing until now. That was the weirdest thing ever. I feel like that should have been like one of the first things they teach you. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Do 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 do. Here's a tutorial how to walk, eat, sleep, and breathe. And off to a fun-filled adventure, warrior plays. Yep, we just won't teach you how to fight anything. We'll teach you how to live a life and shoot a weapon, but not how to fight the giant boss that can nuke you in one hit. Campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hraesvelgr back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot of that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. It took 10 plus years later, right? And then you get a ring that helps you level up to 60. I'm looking at something real quick. I'm oddly enough tempted to get that for her. Ring and earring if you pre-ordered any expansion. Yeah. I have that one, I think. I think Shadowbringer is one of the few I have. My friend is doing a birthday thing right now. And I'm tempted to buy them something off their throne. But the one thing I can afford is just a giant thing of cheese balls. I'm gonna get them the cheese balls. Hold on a minute. I have overtime pay right now. I'm gonna get them some cheese balls. Oh, somebody else got them the other thing. They had two things I could have contributed to. One was kind of expensive. The other one was just cheese balls. Yeah, it was a Hatsune Miku figure, and it looks like somebody bought it for him just now, like legitimately as I was looking at their throne. Oh, I have money in my throne that I could use towards this. No, I can't use that because somebody gifted that to me. Hold on a minute. I can't gift it secretly? Oh well, I think it'll be more fun if she sees what I'm doing anyways. Alrighty, Saucy. Appreciate you hanging out. I bought her cheese balls. It's the most random, nonsensical thing I think I've ever done off of as a gift. But I bought her cheese balls. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude?
Svelga.
Give me a minute. Um, Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. You nicknamed him Glenn. Why? The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. You'll know why later. In an age long past, mine own kin was guilty of that like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, that he attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me
Was but thy dream of sheep. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Racevelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. 1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the war for an age of peace and cooperation. 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. It was out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thorben then conspired to undo all that our people had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, Hi, Leona. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Saucy, could you do the other one? It's exclamation mark RSO.
Yes, you could just jump over the gate.
Oh, that's great. I love that. That was an amazing clip. I loved that clip. Here's another clip for everybody who, oh, I don't have it saved. No. Hold on a minute. I gotta find something real quick. I'll give the greeting in a second. We're gonna get something in particular for Leona Raid. There you go. Love you, Leona. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. I always appreciate it, of course. I hope you had a wonderful time over at Leona's stream. Always a good time over there. If anybody here doesn't already know Leona, please go check her out. She's been an amazing friend who I have known since like my first month of streaming. Well worth checking her out and giving her a follow. But if you have come over with Leona and don't already know me, I am Multiversal Neko. You can use Multi or Neko for short. I am a variety game streamer. I'll stream just a little bit of everything. Final Fantasy, Satisfactory, Genshin Impact, Sea of Thieves. PvP games are the only one where somebody else has to invite me. I don't play those on my own. And no horror games. I don't do horror games. But if you would like to hang out, I've been doing a lot of Final Fantasy recently because I've been having a rough couple months, which is also why I will be plugging the fact that I'm raising charity. I'm raising money for the Mental Health America charity. It is down linked through the Twitch. So it is on the sub button. You can still sub if you want to, but the charity is what I would prefer you guys put your money into at the moment. Because nobody should have to go through a mental struggle, and if this can get anybody help even a little bit, that's always appreciated. I will be doing it through the end of the year, all the way up until New Year's. That button will be there. If I go a little bit longer, I might, but minimum end of year. Otherwise, we're doing some Final Fantasy. I'm in Heaven's Word. If you were a Final Fantasy player and don't want spoilers and you're not this far, that's a heads up. You don't have to stay, but please go take care of yourselves. Make sure you get up, stretch, eat some food, drink some water, or in Leona's case, eat some cake, drink some caffeine. But welcome in. Well, I hope you've had a good week, Leona. I hope you've enjoyed your birthday and your engagement. I appreciate it, Leona. It has. It has been such a joy knowing you. I wish we could hang out more often, but we both have our own lives. But yes, Leona has gotten engaged, so everybody give her congratulations and a happy birthday, because it was also her birthday. She had a very exciting, pleasant week. Is Dev here? Can we get Dev a shout out too? Dev didn't type, though, and I don't remember how to spell their name. Yeah, type something in chat. I need to tag you. And he's rummaging in the fridge. Can you type out his Twitch name, Leona? Thank you. I couldn't remember how to spell it. Thank you, Saucy. But yes, Dev is Leona's wonderful fiance, who I did a little podcast thing with recently. So go check him out too. He does some 3D modeling and stuff as well. With the aid of his leal knights, that most notable of Elizin lured my brood sister Ratatasker into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. Do you play Final Fantasy at all, Leona? I don't remember. Alrighty, Leona, I appreciate the lurk. Play briefly to get a free fat chunky chocobo. Fair enough. Oh, I had to bring up something during stream today that I saw online the other day. Is Big Bird a chocobo? I love the different reactions from Susie and Leona. I saw that it was so ridiculous. Different forms of chocobo, so most definitely, right? That's what I thought. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Ellison allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Now I have the image in my head of Warrior Flavor eating a Big Bird. Somebody spliced it. They photoshopped it so it was Big Bird's face on a chocobo, and it was really weird how well it worked as well. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now, I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. Though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears. Thank you for the dono, the dono pail. I appreciate it. Image will never leave your head now. You're welcome. I'm still living with the fact that somebody pointed out that Cinderella doesn't have ears and is the only one who doesn't have ears in the entire animated Cinderella movie from the 90s. And with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth that the Holy Sea would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall never forget. Even should 10,000 years pass, Ishgard crumble into dust. Hi, Pale. How are you doing? Doing good? That's good. I'm doing alright. We're enjoying some story.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
I'm doing good. Enjoying my tea and my after nap stream. Thank you for the care package. I have ears and I grew up watching some of the Cinderella movies. Right? I had to go Google it because I didn't believe it when they told me. She is the only one in the whole movie. Everybody else has normal ears, just not her. Pale, didn't you play Final Fantasy at one point? MSQ? Yeah, MSQ. We're in Heaven's Word. I think we're about halfway through? Or about a third? Or between a third and a half is my guess. Or a tiny bit? Ah, fair. More or less? Okay. What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth of my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thornton's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment? Those who abandon their own and side with the dragon kind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitors' progeny bear a trace of Ratatasker's essence. But a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
It is for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed, to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
Oh, I remember. That's when we went to go meet Iceheart and she wasn't there.
But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest? God, I need to get that necklace off or something.
We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. 'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. Is he missing an eye? For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatasker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? 'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Talking about Glenn. His failure was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. Which you essentially are unruly children to him, especially this guy. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr.
I love those animated sip emotes. I need to get some new emotes and emotes redone.
But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
Maybe I'll add an emote fun to Throne or something.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
I don't know. I don't like him, but I'm sort of on his side at the moment. Because, like, he's not trying to continue the war. He's trying to end the war so that the people he's duty-bound to protect aren't slaughtered. So I'm sort of... I get where he's coming from. I don't like him, but I get where he's coming from.
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
Hey. I never agreed to this. You can't just volunteer me like that. At least ask first.
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
More tea. Oh, full. Just feels foolish to go fight Nidhogg at his own home, especially with the strength of Estinian and the Warrior of Light have alone. Enough. Alphino brings a good point too. Yeah. You're not wrong.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Still hate him. What? I can't disagree with him anymore, unfortunately. It's okay. Oh, pardon me. Just making sure. Ooh, dude. There's nothing else east though. Oh wait, no, east. Oh, we came from the east. Why are we going back east? Oh, my chocobo's gone. Do, do, do. Hey, there's another one. Oh wow, there's a lot up north that I haven't been to. Mm-hmm. Shaky, 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 shake. Oh, there's my tea. Do, do, do. Give me 1 second, guys. Finishing up my tea. Yeah, my throat's been the dry winter, or not winter, but approaching winter air and talking on stream all the time has been doing a number on my throat. So I'm going back to tea. Try and help it out a little bit. It's been working to a point. I'm getting a little indigestion from it, though. Oh, there was another one. possum buddies? Is it a chokebow thing? I do not know. Moon-eyed Moogle. Whatever could be taking her so long, Kubo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I wager she went home on account of those troublesome tooly hands that are flapping about. You slay 4 of them, that should secure a safe path. Giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you. Oh wow, and this is the closest one I've ever done. Alright, what was the Boss and Buddies thing? Oh, the challenge log. An achievement. Huh. Okay. Chocobo. Should I rename my Chocobo Big Bird? I'll just make it a permanent thing. And you would name yours Waddles? Were you here when I asked the question earlier, Pale? I don't know if you were actually here listening when I asked it. I saw something online the other day that was just asking, is Big Bird a chocobo? And then somebody photoshopped Big Bird's face onto a chocobo. Thank you. Now that the Tula hands are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong? Two more.
Is that it?
How do you expect to get up there?
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Oh, am I going on a teleporting journey again? A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant its access to the Eyrie. I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. Conceal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth for Mishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at Saint Renette's Forum. From what I gleaned at the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Cid will still be in Ishgard. Alright, the other... all the way back over here. I don't feel okay using their last one. Wait, hold on. Yep, never mind. I know they wouldn't care. And honestly, if Evie saw me playing, she'd probably come on and turn it on herself. But... I don't need it. It's just helpful. Hide and seek seems like a fun game at first, but I had no idea everyone would be so good at it. Now I just want to go home. Could you find the other 3 Moogles and tell them it's time to leave? There's one. Can't believe you found me. Find an even better hiding spot next time. Actually found me? Aw, well, I suppose it's time to go home. I fell asleep in my hiding place. I think I'll return to my comfy bed. Oof. Ugh. Do 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 do. I heard that a lot of people are having problems with ads, so I'm not even sure if me running ads is worth it other than preventing them from showing up for a little while. No. I hope that works. Ads are almost over. Then we can get back to the gaming. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Think you know that ads are over? Yeah. Ads suck, but it is what it is. Unbelievable. You've already found all the Moogles? Finally, we can go home. Never seen... Whoop. I clicked too fast. I want one with Dex. Oh, this one. Is this better than... Wait, no, this is an earring. I'm not touching earrings anytime soon. I guess it's... I'm just grabbing it for sale. Not selling then. There's one quest left, and I'm guessing it's like the main one again. Can I sell those? Actually, I sell this. I can sell it. I doubt anybody will buy it, but oh, I can desynthesize it though. Once I get Goldsmith up. You know, this is the most people I've seen here in a while. Usually this place is empty. Ow, my ankle cracked. We're gonna go do my class quest first. Tactician. Oh. Damage taken by yourself and nearby part. That's interesting. A AoE shielding ability on a DPS. Greetings, Balti. Is this not a wonderful day to be a machinist? Lord Stephen de Halenar, you and the Skysteel Manufactory employees under your authority are hereby charged with fermenting insurrection. What the fuck? That was a jump? Insurrection? My dear sir, I have fermented nothing of the sort. Stand accused of arming commoners with weapons of war, and discharging said weapons within the locality of the brew. Ah, that little scene when we liberated Joy's father. Henceforth, the manufactory shall remain under Temple Knight surveillance. Should you fail to refute the accusations against you within the allotted time, punishment may include seizure of your workshop and imprisonment for all those deemed accomplices to the crime. I'll just challenge them to a duel and win again. I've already done this before. The Fury take that smirking fox. Little Grinch knew he would attempt a rescue. Once they set their sights on summit, them Temple Knights is like a bandersnatch with a bone. Another beating for them, right? You'd best say farewell to your workshop. Will not take my manufactory. I will think of something. God, I hate that press going off in the background. This thing is annoying as heck. It's difficult to prove the truth of something once one has not done. Mayhap the wiser course would be to provide evidence of Telgrinch's wrongdoing. He's a clever bastard, though, that one. He might try. But I'd best not overstep me bounds. Contract's almost done in any case, and I'll be moving on no matter what happens to the workshop. Instructor, you sure don't like to get involved. As for me, I'll see if I can find any strings connecting house mail to their crimes. Forgotten Knight should be a good place to start. Don't know what I'd do without the workshop. I'll see if I can't get some folks talking. That leaves you and me. I believe I shall remain here in the manufactory to occupy the gaze of the Temple Knights, whilst you aid Celistox with his inquiry. Got him out of there. Appreciate you coming out. Bit hard planning odd in the workshop, with the Temple Knight's eyeball in our every move. You should be able to talk freely in here, though. You recall that bloke as was standing guard over Joey's dad? Aye. Fredwa is his name. He took to marksmanship with a passion, and hadn't missed a single day of train, not until today. I got suspicious, of course, and decided to pay a visit to his home. Right away, you could see the door had been kicked in. I went inside and had me a proper look. That's when I found a ragged feather just lying there on the floor, amidst the bits of broken furniture. If I wanted to keep my hands clean, then maybe I'd hire me some thugs from out of town to do for poor Fredwa. Poor Fredwa, yeah. Thugs would might otherwise make a living poaching wild chocobos. I suggest you talk to Lord Stephen and take a trip out to Tailfeather. I'll keep... I meant, keep poking around here in the city and see what else crawls out of the stonework. Thank you for the care package. Hope you've been doing well. Why are there so many people in Ishgard today? Like, this place is usually empty, just completely devoid of any players. Maybe your best lead. We can track down the man who first employed Fredwa. Then we shall have a solid link to House the Mail. Let us waste no time. Onwards to the Dravanian Forelands and to Tailfeather. I conveniently already have teleport option 2. Makes that so much easier, but so much expensive. Oh yeah, I can finally fly here. I could have just flown here. That would have been so much cheaper. Good news, Malty. I have spoken with some of these hunter fellows. They told me of a trio of ruffians that passed through here dragging a man matching Fredwa's description. We shall scour the forest to the south. If you will look to the north, do not wait for us, should you find these ruffians. Then pray confront them ere Fredwa comes to further harm. Ah, this is so much easier being able to fly. We are going to go finish exploring the map real quick before we continue this quest. That person was flying on Dumbo. It's a Tarrasque. Is it a D&D Tarrasque? I don't think so. You're too small to be a D&D Tarrasque. Okay. Saucy, are you here? Okay. What is a vista? What is this thing? Do I find out later? Oh, that's the photography thing? How do I do these again? Lookout. Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was a marker for this. I'd seen a couple of them, but didn't know what they were. God, now I have to go find them again. I thought they were something I, like, collected by clicking on them, but I couldn't click on them, so I thought it's like, okay, maybe I just can't do it yet. Oh, I'll be doing them at some point. That's not a question. Started this game so that I had a lot to do, and if it's giving me a lot to do, I'm gonna do it. I will probably end up looking up a guide, though. There's one out here, I think. Was that like a wall you couldn't get to unless you could fly? One of these broken ones. I think it was on those. That's probably one of the ones that's linked to what time of day it is or weather condition or something, though. Oh, nope, there it is. Never mind, found it. No witnesses. Cut this one's throat as well. Wow, that was a drastically instant reaction of violence. My thanks. I did not expect to see another dawn. Ridwa. Not leaking blood, are you? Splendid. You gave us quite a scare. Forgive me, my lord. Those men. They dragged me from me home. Said they'd hurt me if I didn't swear false witness to the Temple Knights. You were forced to substantiate their accusations? Then you merely need withdraw your testimony to strengthen our position. It would be a boon if we were able to provide some manner of physical evidence. Seal of House Zemail. To explain how the ruffians who snatched Freedwell were able to enter the city without challenge. Aye, this shall do nicely. Really sorry, my lord. All it took was one little beating for me to repay your kindness with betrayal. I'll not darken your doorstep again. What nonsense. Hardly have a choice. You hardly had a choice in the matter. Continue your training at the manufactory. However, you'll become more than a match for thugs such as these. Even without a noble's wealth or prestige, a common man can earn himself independence. You'll see the Nashina's firearm is for more than just shooting dragons. It can help set you free. His lordship's vision will change this guard for the better. Come with us, Fridwa. Become the spear and the shield that our city needs. I'd like that. I'd like to feel like I'm worth something. We all make mistakes, my dear fellow. The trick is to learn from them and rise stronger from every defeat. Come, let us return to the manufactory. I've been wondering why I was surprised when this class didn't get any damage mitigation stuff, to be honest. Now I finally have one. Finally got tired of trying to perch on the back of the chair, kitty. This might send me straight into the next one too, oddly enough. Because they seem to be every 2 levels, and I'm at 57 with a little bit left to get into 58. The tables have turned, my friend. I have submitted the evidence you found to the Temple Knights. With the aid of Fridwa's new testimony, we have enough proof to lodge a counter-accusation against Tettlegrinch. The wheels of justice have begun to turn, and we shall soon be free of these baseless suspicions. In the meantime, Rostenthal requested that I instruct you to remember your bleeding practice drills. Charming fellow. Yep, straight into it. I get drill. Like, I just shoot a drill at people? Alright. Salty, I trust your training fares well. I've heard not on the fate of the manufactory. And welcome news, fair news from any quarter. Pardon me. Bad news, me lordship. We talked to a clerk who works at the congregation, and he says the accusation against the workshop ain't been lifted yet. What's worse, it seems they ain't inclined to pursue your case against Tettlegrinch neither. I do not understand. When I presented my evidence to the Temple Knights, the officer in charge seemed convinced of our innocence. Ah, my dear, naive Stephen. Truth is dictated by the victor, the one most skilled in strategy, the one most adept at maneuvering, one such as me. I cannot wait to shoot this guy. How dare you show your face in my manufactory? Have you no shame at all? Shame? Why, you were the one who submitted a forgery of my house's seal in an attempt to deflect your obvious guilt. On review of the evidence, however, the Temple Knights shall soon rule in my favor. Our sources were unimpeachable. Our innocence was all but proven. The twice-altered testimony of a commoner is hardly unimpeachable. Tettlegrinch, of course. I hate this dude. You cannot deny claims that the ailing House Halenard have been arming the lowborn and inciting them to seize their independence. We've all heard the shots fired within the city walls. You twist and corrupt everything we have worked for. Haha. As I said, such is the privilege of the victor. If you wish, I might even be willing to teach you how to bend the situation to your advantage. We shall do well enough on our own. Now, exit my manufactory ere you find your shiny armor doused with machine oil. You would spurn my generous advice. Will you truly surrender your last chance to demonstrate House Halinar's unswerving devotion to Ishgard's prosperity? There is a beast that has been harassing our supply trains of late. A menace that the Holy See greatly desires to see put down. Even cloistered here amongst your scrap-covered benches. Must have heard tales of the fearsome Varicellin. Varicellin? Same dragon that the Order of the Knights of Dragoon has failed time and again to slay. It means to make a bloody show of you, boss. The Holy See has agreed to abolish your trial in exchange for the dragon's death. Pray send word when you are prepared to face Varicellin. They'll organize for a priest to be present and provide you with suitable bait. I don't trust you at all. Me lordship, what do we do? I'll just confess it was me that was firing me weapon. Shouldn't have any trouble laying the blame on a drunkard and outsider, especially one who's known for his vicious crimes. That ought to get me off the insurrection charges at least. No, you cannot do such a thing. I wouldn't tell him. Just go kill it yourselves. Don't tell him. He's gonna pull something fishy again. I lived half me life in a ship's cabin, and a prison cell ain't much smaller. You can pay for me for the time in the brig after they let me out. I'll stop in me lordship. Ugh. Out of fury, that man's full of surprises. My prospectometer had naught to say of this eventuality. I can now allow our instructor to sacrifice himself for the manufactory. We have no choice but to accept Tittlegrinch's impossible challenge. But if here Rustenthal will not be convinced unless we prove we have a chance of beating Varicellin. I do have a machinistry marvel in mind that might just do the trick. Implementation, however, will require a number of clear lightning crystals, of the like found in the Sea of Clouds. It is said that the Vanu Vanu store such crystals for use in their tribal ceremonies. Pray steal into Akvandu Vana and lighten their baskets a touch. Surely they won't miss a handful or two. I can fly here too. No, I can't fly here yet. Fuck. Damn it. I can't fly here yet. I have to go the long way. I know. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay. I just wanted to see what it looked like. I figured out where this was and then I couldn't fly here. I was half tempted to wait, just leave this alone until I could get to that point. How do we get up there again? Oh, can I not even do this yet? Saucy, can I have a taxi? You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just being a lazy bum here. Oh wait, no. I think I might have already found a way. I might have found a way. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I found a way. Never mind. You're good. I appreciate it, though. I was really just being a sarcastic idiot, though. I didn't actually expect you to say yes. Squonk. Alright, maybe I didn't find a way. I am so confused by this map. I hate this area. Makes my head hurt. It was like... It looked like I could go here, and now it looks like I can't go here. Will you? You guys make up your mind. It's like, it looks like I should be able to go. Hi, Commonwealth. I don't think I can actually do this one yet. Yeah, I think the only way I can do this one is with a taxi, actually. Doing all right. Yeah, I can't do this one until I get farther. Never mind, we're going back. Take any kneecaps? Yes, yeah, I took a couple. Last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop, where I just was. Excuse me. Great. Failing that, we could try the airship landing. Or mayhap even the Sky Seal manufactory. Let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. Question is who? Sir Aymeric would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy See's juiciest rumors. Let's return to the manor and see if Lord Anne Lane is about. And how are you doing? You're coming near the end of my stream again. Doing good? That's good. No more getting mugged? Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old boy? Well, I trust. In search of a Garland, you say? Then say no more. Taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. Here he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It seems the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. Yep, okay. If you say so. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. Airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come. We must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. You get almost mugged, big difference. You lost $40 to a guy who held you at knife point. That is getting mugged. stolen. Don't just rename it and expect it to be okay. No, nobody is going to agree with you. Malty, Alphino, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Mr. Gerland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favor. Chat does not agree with you. That was very clear the last time you tried to make this argument. That's not how that works, Common. And like I said, they said something last time and they did not agree with you. No, just because they are not here this time does not negate the fact that they disagreed with you last time. Greetings, Master Go. I can go get the VOD. Those are saved, you know. They're on YouTube. They're never going away, and your chat is right above my head here. I can even pull up your past messages right now through the mod feature. I can see everything you've ever typed in chat. Uh-huh. Yep. I can tell you what time you said it and everything. Let's try. Let's go. You have sent a total of 528 messages. Which one would you like me to read? Do we want to go back to the Tic Tac conversation? We could do that. Don't test me. Twitch gives a lot of power to mods. And I'm the streamer. No, you're not. Pale. If somebody holds you at knife point in an abandoned alleyway in the middle of the night and takes $40 from you, what do you call that? Yes. Commonwealth thinks that that's not mugging. He calls it permanently borrowing. No, it does not nullify the point at all. It makes it worse because you were more exposed. Another wood barrier, and you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. Commonwealth, it's currently 3 against 1. And there's at least 2 other people who disagreed with you the last time we had this conversation. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. No, Saucy specifically says that's being mugged at point blank with a knife. He specifically says mugged right there. There must be something we could do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Stinian ends vigil at the end of the turning mist. We do not know how much longer. Alright. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Did I ever say anything about meaning harm? Does not change the definition. Money was taken from you, and it's not being returned in the middle of the night. I did give you an unbiased opinion. I described the situation to Pale, who didn't know what was going on, and he agreed with me. That was your unbiased opinion. I didn't even use the word mugged when I told Pale the incident. They came up with that description. A little project's just inside. Oh, you're gonna like this one. Wiring with a threat? That's just a different way to say mugged or stolen.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them.
You're not right. Nobody has agreed with you, not a single person. Do we need to get Misaki involved in this during her next stream too?
They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
When did she change her outfit?
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
I'm definitely not jealous of your Tic Tacs.
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the Mana Cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds.
You can keep your sugar pills.
You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Rauban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
General Rauban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. Excuse me. And he wants you, by which I mean both of you, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. No, that's exactly what a problem is. Malti. Pressing though Ishgard's plight might be, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Thanalan and lend what aid we may. Better, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him we have identified a solution to our problem. That will take some time to prepare. Are you sure about that? As you wish, Master Alphino. To the Waking Sands, Warrior of Light. It's past time Ul'dah was delivered from this darkness. I'm gonna get Misaki involved later. I'll wait for her next stream. Thanks to yours truly, you have a basic understanding of glamours, yes? I also understand you're no stranger to crafting this and that by yourself. It so happens these skills can be applied to a singular cause. Good. Maybe they could talk some sense into you. Would you be interested in helping to bring more glamour to the world? By that, I mean learning to make glamour prisms. Either for personal use or to aid the aesthetically underprivileged. I'll explain everything in due course, but there is something I need to prepare beforehand. Bring me some Othardian orange juice in the meantime, would you? Just as porcelain, same as last time. Well, staring at me isn't going to get that orange juice poured any quicker. Hurry up, would you? Well, as long as you admit it. Square Games still got you running errands then. You want some Thardian orange juice this time? 12 preserve. Well, here it is. I think she and I need to have a little chat about her tab. This order alone costs more than some of our big drinking regulars spend in a whole night. You have my drink, I take it? That's what I call orange juice. Eastern oranges have a bitter kick that truly invigorates the soul. All that jumping around almost made it go down the wrong way. Anyway, before we begin, I have a confession to make. To be perfectly frank, my expensive taste in orange juice have to be paid for somehow. While my intentions are sincere, my reasons for helping you are not entirely altruistic. Pass this letter to Gobrin the merchant, and he'll allow you to browse his Glamour Prism recipe tomes. If you buy any of them, he'll give me a cut of the profits. You'll have the knowledge you seek, and I'll have money for orange juice. Could be more... Ticket? Eat? I don't know what that is. But also send word to my associate, Whiskard, in Revenant's Toll. We have a similar arrangement, and I'm sure you'll find his prices just as fair as Gobrin's. You should start with Gobrin, though, since his stall is right there by the Peist. Once you've read one of those books, you'll be able to make the prisms yourself and share the glory of glamours with the masses. I don't know. Imported organic oranges. Ah, I sense you come in pursuit of true elegance. And is that a letter of introduction peeking from your pocket? May I see it? Ah, so you're Twigim's protege, and you wish to produce glamour prisms? A noble endeavor. My selection of tomes, reserved for only the most deserving, are yours to peruse. I don't know. You wanted an answer. I gave you some bullshit answer. Excuse me. Advanced recipe book to learn the advanced recipes contains the book. I could have sworn there was at least one more I could learn. What are my other levels at? Goldsmith and leather worker are almost there. Those armorer, I guess. Those will probably be the next 3. Mist and Carpenter a little bit farther away. Oh, I didn't expect to end up right into a cutscene.
Thank you for coming.
Welcome back from ads.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery.
I could have sworn that these two were like father and son. I still can't get over the fact that Pippin is Raubon's kid.
There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
I don't need to be safe from you. I think you need to be safe from me.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Salt, we sent for you
Oh,
as
shit.
soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
Again, I can always bring Misaki into this.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours? Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo, and for Uldar!
There are no adults on Twitch. You were in the wrong location. Our target is Marielle, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told the two of you have met. Our sources indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Marielle is still in hiding there. Maybe so much you're drinking a second Coke. How is that your solution? You stress eat? I do too. Thank you, Pale. It's one of the pre-orders. The only pre-order one where I actually went for like the bigger package or whatever. So I ended up with the mount. Ariel? Aye, she's here. Left the city for good, she says. Rarely leaves her house, though. Hmm? It's the one closest to the market entrance. What brings you to our lonely little hamlet? I believe the arrival of your entourage just about doubled our population. Looking for Marielle, you say? If you're hoping to lure her back to Ul'dah, you may as well give up now. The girl's done with city life. Those are expensive, Saucy, but they are really nice. But the sugar is definitely makes them not a regular occurrence thing. You got snacks? No, I do not have snacks. I have tea. Start drinking sugar-free pops, Common. That'll help you with your weight a little bit. And stop eating 1,200 calories of sugar in Tic Tac form. That'll help you too. You'll lose weight faster. Cut out the Tic Tacs. Do I know any returning residents? Gods, don't tell me they're starting to come back. My masters will not be pleased to hear of this. Well then, good. Continue losing weight. Just cut out the Tic Tacs too. You don't need pure sugar. How did I never talk to you? Closest to the entrance to this one?
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me. General Alden.
Lady, you pissed off the wrong group of guys.
we will have the truth from you, girl.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Ilberd was mine. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution.
I don't trust a lot of this.
Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed.
It definitely does, but I've changed to, I found some sugar-free options that are actually really good.
Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive. And preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
Please no.
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Cost him an arm. What do you expect his reaction to
Stay
be?
your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Telegi Adelegi without trial? Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law. If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
Yeah. Oh, there's sugarless options. Most of them taste like shit, but there are some good ones out there. I wouldn't trust that potion at all.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Don't let him off with that.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
That's not going to happen. She's going to abdicate the throne again. Punt him like a football. He's small enough for you to do it. Punt him like a football. By the 12. I feared Lord Lolorito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us the means to rouse the Sultan. Shall we also make our way to Ul'dah? I would imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. What type of tea am I drinking? It's legitimately just like a throat one. It's just called like throat tea. It's a blend from like a little shop near me. Yeah, I mostly got this one because my throat kills me during streams, but it actually ended up tasting really good, so I just kept drinking it. Can't seem to find one you like. I get that. For the longest time, I hated tea. I tried an apple cinnamon one that I liked. I like the fruity teas. Because they're a little bit stronger and they taste more like fruit than tea. Like raspberry. Raspberry tea is pretty good. Flame General Raban mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way if you will. I would have had that potion inspected before giving it to her. Why does she look bigger all of a sudden?
I was having the longest dream.
Right.
'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands. Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But what our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
Don't call him my lord. He doesn't deserve that.
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias. Yes, well, 'twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and lady, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Teleji Adeleji and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
"'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed.
I have a little electric kettle.
Uldar has taken control of its future.
You can set the temperature on the side with a button. And then it just heats it up for you.
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity.
No.
'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come.
Clear insanity.
As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely.
Your mug would get destroyed.
Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified grand company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
It really doesn't take that long.
The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil. The fact remains, there is no man alive in whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pall of my despair. Alright, I think that's where I'm going to end stream tonight. I told you came in near the end. It's not. Yes, good night, guys. Thank you for swinging by. Ugh. Alright, and the only person I really had any interest in raiding is also ending. So we're just gonna end. I'm not gonna raid anybody or anything. Gonna hop off. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I hope to see you all again soon. I might try and I'll probably try and do something tomorrow. Largely depends on when I get laundry done and when I wake up. Again, just for anybody who's wondering, I am keeping the charity up until the end of the year. Any contributions are appreciated. You don't have to, though. I'm going to plug that a little bit, though. There is a lot of overtime that I'm getting at work, which I desperately need at the moment. So I'm taking as much as I can get. It is a lot, though, so it's probably going to be affecting how much I'm able to stream until the end of the year. The only exception really will be the weekend after Thanksgiving and the week of Christmas. I will be free because those are holidays and I get those off. Until then, guys, though, I will catch you later. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will catch you when I catch you. Bye, everybody.